My paper was over political bias in the news. Article 1 I got from NBC News. Article 2 I got from ABC News. Both were reported on February 20th. Media bias is something most of us are not new to when it comes to watching or listening to the news. I believe we all have different resources we watch or like to look up compared to others. That is our right as Americans to draw our own opinions through the media. It is also the media's job to do their own work and research. This is why there are times when you can't always trust everything that is being said in the media. Fact checking is great to do when you are looking into any topic that is brought to the surface. A bias that I've seen recently in an article will be the form of subjective statements, and another is the use of spin words/phrases. The basis of this political issue, as per NBC, is that they will be addressing the ruling that Trump wants to have large-scale reductions in the federal workforce. This was reported by Gregorian and Barnes, 2025. In the grand scheme of things, this puts a lot of pressure on the unions that provide protection for American employees. Their main job is to make sure that no one is being discriminated against and everyone has a fair chance in the workforce. They dive into the details of how this issue is being addressed and what type of backlash the federal agencies are facing. In this article, they do use phrases that are subjective, such as when the writer mentions the judge began his 16-page ruling on a sympathetic note. In this case, we don't really know if the judge himself is sympathetic or if it's more of an issue where he doesn't want to be the one to make the last ruling. Overall, the article did a very good job of addressing the issues and using a lot of factual quotes that can be fact-checked. The same topic was reported by ABC News. I noticed that the journalist used the words slash in their article. This certain word contributes to using spin words/phrases. They are indicating that the federal workforce is being cut up. The report shows that they write the Department of Government Efficiency's large-scale effort to slash the federal workforce. This was reported by Kim and Falders, 2025. They are speculating that what they believe to be true. There is research on where people are being laid off or even being put on deferred resignations. Now, when you do look up the Gallup polls, you notice that in recent years, the amount of media bias has only increased majorly compared to in the 1980s. And this was as of 2017. It's amazing that any kind of news outlet can report this way. How can we rely on the news if we're being brainwashed to believe how the media thinks? We deserve facts and not to be misled. Opinions do deserve to be heard, but there's a big difference between factual information and misinterpretation.